Hi my friends, the film today is an action comedy romantic about a very nice girl who is actually a devil. Yes, you heard correctly. She is the daughter of the king of demons. Her father is the king and he is rated because there is a lot of good in this particular city and not so much evil as in other cities. He is also rated by his daughter Lilith, who constantly wants to go out and work, but he refuses to give her any freedom at all. She wants to go out and live her freedom because she has magical power and the ability to entice people. She begins to track her father, proving to him that she is a smart devil with amazing abilities. And she even changed her dress quickly. Her father continues to refuse, which makes her angry. She sets a fire and asks to be allowed to go to the earth for only a year in order to observe how she will corrupt the people. Her father grants her request, but with conditions that she goes down to the earth for 1 week only, and that he chooses the people who will live with them. And indeed, her father takes her and forbids her from loving any humans. He also gives her a black ball and tells her that if she changes her feelings, the ball will turn red. He also says that the family you are visiting is very kind and that you should spoil their daughter. And her name is Emma. When Lilith gets home, she sees the mother, who gives her an old empress and gets to know Emma as well. They all enter the house, sit down to eat together, and begin conversing, and Lilith disgusted by their kindness. And after they finish breakfast, Lilith helps Emma and throws the dishes from her onto the ground because she wants Emma to become upset. However, Emma, who is lovely and kind, does not act out of anger. Instead, she tells her family that she broke the dishes and they don't care and don't say anything. Then Emma and Lilith enter their room. Lilith asks Emma if she has tried smoking or making friends with guys. Emma is surprised by this, especially when Lilith questions her about relationships, but she responds that she has never had a relationship or make ice cream dream with a guy, and Lilith begins to laugh at her. She then unlocks Emma's clothes and finds images of a guy who we know Emma likes. Lilith gives an evil glance and begins to consider how she may spoil Emma. On the second day, the girls ride the school bus, and we are introduced to Katie and Sloan, two of their friends, who are always making fun of Emma's clothes. And we meet Joe, the headmaster's son. He mocks Emma and puts gum in her hair. Emma, who is sweet and kind, doesn't say anything at all. When Joe mocks Lilith, she surprises everyone by holding a lighter to burn his hair. They all get off the bus, but Will refuses to get off. When the manager calls the police, Will gets off in an acrobatic way. Then we see them in the courtyard. Lilith notices the man, who she had seen his pictures in Emma's clothes. She asks him about him. Emma responds, his name is Thomas, and all the girls at school adore him. At this point, Lilith begins her evil plan. She goes to Thomas, giving him money and asking him to date Emma for 3 days. Then he leaves her and breaks her heart. Thomas does as Lilith asked him to do. Then we see Lilith and Will together. Then Joe approaches them with his pals and claims that Will stole his watch. So when they attempt to respond to them, they attack them to hit Will. But Will jumps off the fence and Lilith laughs at them all. Then, when Joe tries to take revenge on Lilith, she surprises him by hitting him and forcing him to flee. We then see Will and Lilith get close to one another, enjoying meals together, and then he takes her to church, where he's shown her a beautiful view. Lilith is overjoyed, but when Will tries to kiss her, she hits him to get him away from her, and she flees to the home, scared and unsure of her feelings. The ball turns to red, and Lilith tells Emma what happened with Will, and Emma informs her that Thomas has also asked to go on a date. Emma is overjoyed, and now it's Lilith's turn to carry out her plan. and force Emma to wear a stunning red dress. Emma informs Lilith that her parents will not permit her to go out like this. Lilith then makes her jump out of the window, where they see Will, who is coming to apologize to Lilith for what happened between them. And Will talks to Lilith, who is annoyed with him. Will then starts flirting with her, telling her you are very beautiful when you are angry. Lilith leaves and goes down to the house and sees the ball with her, all red. On the next day, Emma and Lilith go out together to school, where they see their classmates, Katie and Sloane, who look down on them and makes fun of Emma's clothes. Joe then tries to burn Lilith's hair like she did to him, but he is shocked when she is not affected by fire, and she hits him and makes him regret. Next, they enter the school, where Emma is forced to remove her jacket for photo by Lilith. Despite Emma's reluctance, Lilith persists, and Emma eventually does so, as Thomas walks by and notices her. He approaches her and says, "What is this beauty?" Emma is thrilled that she has his attention, and Lilith snaps photo for her. Later, Lilith sees Will, and he asks her out again, but she declines. Then she goes to Sloane and Katie, and she will fix Emma's pictures on Photoshop and tell them that Emma's dress is fashion, and show them the pictures and tells them that Emma will participate in a fashion show next week. There is only one seat left to watch the show, and the girls are fighting for this seat. And the devil Lilith is happy because she made them fight. Then we see her walking with Will, and they went to the beach, where she gets a message from her father is checking on her. Lilith gets upset and starts complaining about her father, that he prevents her from living her life and freedom, and that she is afraid that he will look her again in the tower. But Will tells her that if your father imprisons you, I will know how can I free you. Don't be afraid. And he tries to kiss her again and also tries to prevent him, but this time she is very weak. And she likes to try this feeling because she sees all the people around her loving each other and feels that she is going crazy, and she loves Will. And she comes home annoyed and tells Emma what happened to her, and Emma sees the ball with her and asks her about it. And Lilith tells her that it was supposed to stay black, and this way she will have to go back with her father to her old house. And Emma tells her that she will try to help her. After that, we see Emma and Thomas at their school. Thomas tries to kiss her, but Lilith stops him at the last second and tells him that our agreement is over. But Thomas gets annoyed with her a lot and tells her I love Emma very much. And the shock is that Thomas tells Emma about their agreement. Emma is very shocked and begins to cry, and Lilith decides to change her life. She sees Will on the beach, and he assures her that he will always love her, but she tells him that her time with him was the worst time of her life. So she leaves him and goes to Emma, who is furious with her. And Lilith tells her that she left Will and that the ball become all red, and she breaks down in tears and everything has been ruined, and that because she is failure, her father the king will come to take her back to her home. And indeed, the time of the concert is at school. We witness Lilith asking two of her friends to put powder on the musicians' clothes in an attempt to annoy them. And then the devil king arrives to see the daughter's results. When the celebration begins, Lilith displayed numerous embarrassing photos of the manager, and he is very annoyed. Finally, when the musicians begins performing, we witness them being unable to play due to the powder, and they ruin the concert because they develop an odd itch. And now it's time for the singing part, and Emma will participate. However, her father dislikes of her clothes, so he goes and fights with the manager, ruining the entire party. Lilith's father is overjoyed with his daughter's results, but he asks to see the ball, which Lilith does, knowing very well that everything is finished. But we are shocking when the ball is all black. Emma tells her that she colored the ball black. After that, Emma runs to Thomas and gives him a kiss, and we watch Lilith searching for Will, to make peace with him. When she spots him traveling, she rushes to him, gives him an honest apology, and gives him a hug. And the film concludes with Lilith's story having a very happy ending, in which she returns to her lover, frees herself from her father's control, and stays in the city with Emma. And Emma lives a happy life with Thomas. And that's where the movie ends. Please press like and subscribe to the channel to get new movie recaps. Miss Bombastic was with you. Goodbye, my friends, with my love.